Price of Fame.
It's lonely at the top.
And welcome to the Price of Fame,
where we talk about fashion, art, music,
and entertainment.
I'm Savage Rogers.
I'm Mike Vegas.
And I'm Sherry Infinity.
Whoa.
Welcome.
Sherry Infinity.
Thank you.
Sherry Infinity.
Yeah.
Big guest host.
Keep it going.
Oh, okay. Infinity and beyond, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You used to have an Infinity.
No, I never had an Infinity.
Huh? You know? I thought you used to
I
have a
had trucks
Q45.
all trucks, man.
Oh,
I never had a
okay.
Q45, all trucks.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I never had one either.
Nah.
Because they always just reminded me of Nissans.
Huh.
It's like,
Oh.
That's funny. I drive a Nissan. Never been in
okay.
Infinity
It's the
yet.
same. That's great. Your name's Infinity. It's basically the same car.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. Nissan and Infinity.
Yo, you know
are
what's
the
so
same.
crazy? I see people, if they have green eyes, they put on their plate, green eyes.
So
If
hold
her
on,
name
hold
is
on.
Infinity-
Nah. We're gonna go back.
I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying in general.
'Cause
they have on their license plate.
I thought you were shooting some
green
shots
eyes.
already. I'm like, so we coming
I'm
out
not-
the gate with
No.
the missiles launching
I'm just
already.
stating the
Green?
facts.
They are green. I
just
thought he was
stating the
like,
facts.
yeah, they have green. Like I'm
They
a
do.
grown
They
man.
do. They have
You think
green
I'm-
eyes.
Yeah.
If her
The
name is
women.
Infinity, they have Miss Infinity or
Yeah, the
Infinity.
women know.
Infinity sounds nice.
You know,
Okay.
I'm just saying they do.
It sounds like a beauty pageant.
Miss Infinity. Hey, come on, bring
yeah,
that.
right. Yo, seriously, man. I mean, look, it is what it is, right? But
green eyes. Okay.
what you do this weekend, man?
Same thing I do. You know what I do every weekend?
Nothing.
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 Yep. I either get some money or I'm at home watching TV. We watching movies. We chilling.
Oh, man, that's not the. Come on, that's not the sad. I know.
House Negro. I'm in the house.
What do you do?
I did a photo shoot.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting ready for this podcast. So.
Okay.
Oh yeah. What's the name of the podcast?
It's called Ungroup Your Thinking.
Okay.
Ah,
Really good.
What is it about?
The agenda is pushing a focus to the public to think for yourself. You know?
Okay.
Everybody's like always in a conversation talking about, well, we, us, and that's not, you never even had the experience. So say I, speak for yourself.
Yeah, that
You
makes
know?
sense.
It makes sense.
That makes sense.
It does.
That makes a lot of sense.
So yeah, I'm ready to get started this season on this show and hopefully
So you and one co-host, two co-hosts?
one
What?
co-host.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. What made you guys do co-hosting?
You know,
You want to tell
it
the
was
story?
It was go ahead.
All right. I'll tell the story.
Yeah.
Mike Vegas over here has always had the money. You know, always deep pockets.
See, he no.
So Mike Vegas has owned
That's
a
not-
barbershop, a beauty salon since I can remember. So one day we were just all sitting around, right? This is gonna sound crazy to people who don't know, who weren't around. So podcasts didn't exist yet. It was no such thing. So we're just sitting in the barbershop, everybody's talking, and I'm like, you know what we should do? We should film this and then like put it out so people can watch it. And everybody in the shop like laughed at me basically. They was like, so you want to have...
That's true.
They was like, so you want to have a radio show with no music playing in between? And I was like, yeah, basically, because I think people would... Like, it's engaging. When you go to a beauty salon or a barbershop, it's like engaging conversations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know. Like, women don't really know what men talk about in the barbershop.
Right.
Well, now they do because it's podcast.
Yeah.
And then men don't know what women talk about amongst themselves. So I came with this idea, like, we should do that. They was like, you're an idiot. You shouldn't.
I never said you were an
You
idiot.
didn't say it. You didn't say nothing.
Everybody else.
Yeah, it's like, you know, that's not a good idea.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
the case, fast forward. Now a name for it came out. Someone has a show, they started a podcast. So now they name it a podcast. The thing I thought of before it was named a podcast. Yeah. So we just brung the idea back up later, and then, you know, Mike Vegas was like, you know, we could rent a studio, this and that, and then time passed a little bit, and he was like, you know what, we should own our own studio.
Right.
Why are we gonna rent someone else? Which makes sense. He was like, why would we pay to rent someone else's studio? We got to pay every month. We got to worry about the overhead. We got to put out a certain amount of content. We got to do a certain amount of things to make this money to keep the podcast studio running. So that's what we did. We got our own studio, and the rest is history.
Nice.
But we got into podcasting before podcasting existed.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it was more his idea.
It was Moise's idea.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
It was more his idea.
But it wasn't a podcast
but-
because we didn't. You know what I mean? So I can't be like, oh,
He kept on saying, "Yo, we should do it. We
I
should do it."
invented podcast.
Yeah.
So I didn't
do that
invent
patent for
podcast,
that,
but
yeah.
right. But I was like, we should just film us talking
do it, yeah.
and put it out. So that's how we got started.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
and
I'm
I
glad
know
it
him for like
happened.
20 years. Like I
Yeah,
know him for like
exactly.
20 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it happened.
Yeah.
I'm glad it happened. You know.
Yeah.
You love being on the show?
Yeah.
That's another thing.
That's my brother, man.
Yeah, that's my brother. But that's another thing too. And then that took me a lot too, just to get him on a show. Because he's not the front of the camera, man. He's always, he's done so much stuff in the industry with music, movies, everything like that. It's always behind the scenes. So to take someone from behind the scenes and put them in front of the camera, they're like, "Are you crazy?" Like I'm low key. This is what I do, but he's doing excellent. Like he's
excellent.
He's excellent.
Yeah,
You
y'all
can
look
watch the
nice in
shows.
front of the
I don't know
camera.
about
Shoot.
You can go back
Well,
and watch the
what
shows.
it is,
He's excellent.
when we know each other so long, it's like we're comfortable talking to each other,
Right.
and we bounce off each other. So
And we can
it
say
works
anything.
out.
We don't get offended. We say
Yeah.
some, if you listen, we say some crazy stuff to each other.
Yeah, that's true.
But
That's true.
but we don't get offended because we've known each other so long.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it ain't being malicious.
right. It's
It's
not being malicious at
yeah.
all.
Okay.
So yeah.
I hope I have the same gel with my co-host. We
You will.
just
And,
met each
and if
other.
you don't,
Oh, you just met each other?
Yeah, so I'm a PTA parent, and she's the PTA
Okay.
president at another school that my daughter's going to go to.
Okay.
And so I was looking forward to, my daughter going to the school. So I'm
Yeah.
like, let me get involved, volunteer. And I met her, and she had great, vibrant energy. And then when we started talking, she's like, I'm into this. And I'm like, I'm into this. And next thing you know, we just started talking. So we've known each other in total 2 months.
crazy. It might work.
You know what's so funny?
think
Things
so.
like that just. As long as you have dedication.
It'd be one of
and
those things
drive.
like where people saying they met their husband or their wife, like they met them, went out on
Yeah.
one date, and then that was it. Like they was married.
20 years
right,
later.
20
it's like,
years
wow,
later.
we got 3 kids.
They're like,
20
yeah,
years
we got
later.
married 2 weeks in. Like, and you know what I mean? So it could be one of those things.
I like communication, so I just wanted to check the temperature and see if the communication was there
Right.
and how open her mind was and stuff like that. And so
Yeah.
it seemed like it was there. And
Okay.
I'm like, all right, we could work this out.
No, I think
Well,
you
that's
guys
good.
are
I
good.
mean, as long as somebody step on each other's toes and, because we the way we operate is like, no one is above anyone.
Right.
We're like, it's 100%, 100%.
Right.
And we just go at it.
You known each other for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So we good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, that's how we got
I
started.
know him for 20 something years, but I've never been to his house for dinner though. But that's a whole
Oh,
nother.
wow.
whole nother
She can't cook.
Exactly.
You married?
Yes.
Your wife can't cook?
Of course. You just talking about Kevin Samuels. You just talking about Kevin Samuels, and I explained
He's
to you.
Michael Samuels.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
has his right.
That's the guy right there. Kevin
Hey,
Samuels.
hey, rest in peace.
Exactly.
Hey.
Exactly.
Mr. Samuels.
We gotta get you over there for dinner one of these days.
One day.
Exactly.
We can meet out. All of us. We can meet up. All of us can meet up. Have family dinner.
Yeah.
And we
sure.
can
I
combine
don't know
the
if you want to come
families.
to my neighborhood, man. 'Cause,
No, I will because you live in Riverdale. So I'll come up to.
If it was South Bronx, you might come out with
No, I'm not coming to Sobro. Sobro.
So, bro.
Like you said, like some parts of Sobro, you got those big condos, but then you go around the corner and it's
That's it.
it's
Well, if you
Trinity
come-
Avenue.
If you come to my neighborhood, they might think you're Spanish. They don't know what you are, bro.
Well, it's the Bronx. Everybody's Spanish.
Well, that's true. That's true.
I ain't gonna lie, for real. When I go there,
So,
they just start
yeah.
speaking to me in
Yeah, they
Spanish
think you're
too.
Dominican.
They just assume,
Seriously.
yeah.
So it's
I'm like,
okay.
oh.
Yeah. Think you're
Okay.
Dominican.
That's
Hey
funny.
man, it's all good. But how do you feel? What you feel about that, dog? Like when people just, they think you're one thing and you're another.
It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
No. I think growing up though, I had like a hard time because I really never fit in with anybody. You know,
Yeah.
I ain't fit in with like the Caribbean black people. I ain't fit in with the American black people. I ain't fit in with the white people. I ain't fit in with the Spanish people.
That's deep.
Yeah, you're like in
Yeah,
purgatory. It's like,
yeah,
I don't
you
know
kinda
where,
just- right.
where do I go?
Right,
I'm
it
not
make-
good enough for this. I'm not good
It
enough
makes
for
you
that.
a strong person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you something. You ever notice most of the black activists?
Right.
They're very high yellow.
Malcolm X.
Malcolm X. Who's it? It's the woman. She's I forgot her name.
Nikki Giovanni?
She's like a black activist. She's real strong. She had a big afro. But most of them.
Angela Davis?
Angela, it could be.
I don't know. I don't know.
Shirley Chisholm?
No, Shirley Chisholm's black.
So,
She's black.
He said some, yeah.
No, but you know what I'm saying. Most of them, it's like they want to be a part of
Right.
something.
They want to be
go
down.
To the extreme.
They be like Brandy. They
go to
want to
the
be
extreme.
down.
That's
They
funny.
just
But it's bad, man. It's like you're not good enough for anything. And
Yeah.
and I think that we have colorism amongst us. Like
Yeah,
it's like oh well, look at her. She must think she good because of this, or especially girls. Girls,
Right.
they are brutal.
especially
When yes.
girls are
Yes.
super brutal.
I feel like, for me, if it's like your agenda is right and like you know what you're talking about and I can relate, that's what makes sense. I don't know. I haven't really.
Right. It was like it was a whole thing
So you
too.
telling me your whole entire life you've never ever
You had to
seen
move
one
your
of your
seat over.
friends judge a person based on their color or the shade?
Well, yes. I feel like more discrimination happens to darker skinned women or dark skin in general. But outside of that, not exactly. I mean, I don't think that that's right. I think that I love to speak for myself, but for myself, like,
You got the
I
eye.
love.
Yeah, switch your podcast
right?
about eye.
It is.
Yeah.
I love dark skin. I like all colors. Yeah, I don't know. When I do hear that, I kind of just stop and stare for a moment. What is that about? And I kind of make that a focus.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, but when you do the stop and stare, and like really hold them accountable in the moment, it's like they're breaking the fourth wall. They're like they're scared to even talk about it.
Yeah.
Right.
I never really see anybody hold their opinion because no one wants to be racist or
Right.
prejudiced on purpose.
Right.
They're like, everybody says that. It's not, you can't just say
Nah.
you. But I'm like,
Right.
but you
Nah.
just said it.
Yeah, you just said it. Nah, you should.
Yeah.
So you don't have your own opinion on things. You just doing it because everybody else is doing it.
That's what it is. That's what I hear. Mhm.
That's crazy. That's just crazy. Or I hear people say, "Oh, that's that light skin."
Right. Well, that too.
And I'm
I
like,
think
what?
a lot of people say that for that, but also too, like, for instance, sometimes it comes from your family. Like, I've heard my great grandmother's dark skin, and she got what's the word, bullied in her own family
Right.
for being darky and
Yeah.
things like that. And when she first got with my great grandfather, his family was saying things to her, saying things to him about choosing her.
Right.
Like, why would you choose her? She's not gonna make beautiful children. Lots of stuff like that. But and he's actually white and black. So I guess they were looking for a fairer skinned person, but
Right.
come to find out, all of the kids came out closer to what they would have preferred. So it's kind of just like they left it alone, but they still didn't really like her.
Oh,
I
that's
don't know
crazy.
what that was about, but
That's hatred in it from the inside.
Yeah.
But then that happens, like you just said, from back then. So a lot of times, like before, it was a lot of colorism back then to dark skinned people.
Right.
Now I feel like it's kind of switched. I gotta feel like now it's like, because it is, heavily dark skin is like so appreciated now. I feel like the light skinned people, not speaking because I'm just light skinned, I'm just saying in general for what I see. Now I feel like the light skinned people get more hate.
I think it's just. I think there's pushback. It's
Yeah,
not
online
like
they go in on the light skinned people now.
it's more
They
about
go in.
personality than like the looks, because the personality.
Like,
of
me, it
light
doesn't
skin-
either way. I
So you're
don't.
thinking about, of course, that's how you're supposed to think.
Right.
Personality.
But I'm talking about even when they start throwing shade, because they're like, oh, even when they say that comment, like, oh, that's that light skin behavior, because it's looked at as in light skin is more cocky or conceited, or things come easy for them.
But who's saying that?
That's what people say.
People or women?
I feel like people in general,
Men don't.
dark skinned men definitely hate too.
Yeah, they do.
They do. I've heard it in conversation. I'm like, geez, like, who's not loving on you? You're a beautiful man. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, give comment and credit where it's due all the time. I'm like, I love a good compliment. I just feel like it should be that, like, when it's supposed to happen. But
I don't know. I mean,
that colorism gets tricky. That's like
Yeah,
I was
it's
saying.
very,
I was seeing what's his name? St. John. I think that's his name.
yeah.
Artist?
Yeah, St. John, the artist, right? So he was saying that he was talking to Angela Yee.
Yeah.
And he was saying he went to Puerto Rico. And he was like, the people like were discriminating against him because he's dark skinned.
Yeah.
And that could be true. I don't know where he was at. Maybe he was in San Juan where all the tourists go, where all the white people at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I know I done took I done been the PR with super dark-skinned people, like like blacker than black. And if anything, they love them. They, you know what I mean? Like they get the. So I'm like, I don't know where he was at in PR, but he's saying because he's dark-skinned, they were, So I don't know.
You know what?
Because I seen the other side of it.
So maybe he did see that side. You will find it.
Right. And so if you're walking around now I feel like that's a true statement.
I was having a conversation with my brother, and he tells me from his perspective that, women are ruling which is the color to go for, especially when the quote unquote baddies are choosing this type of man or this type of man. And that is what even men may compare themselves to. So it's just like, Rihanna, who was the quote-unquote universal 10, chose A$AP Rocky, so dark-skinned men became trendy, things like that.
No, that could be a thing. That makes sense.
Yeah.
No, what
so
you're
it's
saying
just
makes
like,
sense. Yeah.
this girl, she's a 10, and other ladies are saying, this is what is attractive, and so I'm liking this as well. But, I mean, A$AP Rocky is a very attractive guy, but also, too, like, there's nothing wrong with Aaron Pierre's. There's nothing wrong with,
Well, evidently it is, because they had a thing, right? They put him beside Skepta. And all the people were commenting on the picture, right? So it was Skepta, and then it was how you pronounce his name?
Who? Which
Aaron,
one? Aaron Pierre.
Aaron Pierre.
Yeah.
They had them two side by side, right? Mm-hmm. So the women were commenting on it, and they was like, when a Bentley pulls up on a Chrysler 300.
Oh my goodness!
So they're saying
Damn.
Skepta was a Bentley, and they're saying Aaron Pierre was a Chrysler, like a white Chrysler 300, and
that's crazy.
And he was a black Bentley. So you know what I mean? So
that's a tough one.
And that's
honestly,
what I
don't know
happens.
who Skepta is. I'd have to see who.
Okay, he's like a dark skinned UK grime rapper. He's like dark skinned. He's been out for a while.
Okay.
But
wow,
but the women was
he's like an international rapper.
Yeah, but the women was like when a Bentley pull up on a Chrysler 300, that's when you can see the difference.
Man, that's hard.
Yeah, it was
brutal,
crazy,
man. I mean,
it was brutal. So I feel like you're right. For whatever reason, with entertainment, whatever's in the public eye, just pushed. That's kind of what they gravitate to.
Yeah.
This is the beauty standard now. Or now this is the beauty standard.
Yeah.
Or, this person, these are the beauty standards. So it's like whatever person is being pushed in the media or whatever couple, people try to emulate themselves around that. Even their opinions.
I've been watching Pop the Balloon with Arlette.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Arlette show, the original one. And I really like it because me and my best friend, we watch it habitually every week. We tune in.
Yeah.
And I think that keeps it a little fresh too because they have every different kind of look, short, tall. And I feel like short men get played a lot.
Of course.
And but why? I don't know.
You can't ask me that. I don't.
I mean, I can't ask you that. I'm just saying.
6 feet too.
I mean, come on, you going?
I feel like on that
Short
show,
Kings.
the short kings, they should get a little. Sometimes they look very attractive, and you're on the shorter side, but it's still worth a shot if you got a nice personality and things like that. A lot of the time, the girls on the show is the same height.
Have you ever dated a short guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But aside from the shortness, the color, I see both, and they're getting. It's an even shake. I wouldn't say it's like so.
To me, that show is cool. It's very. I like. It. It's funny. And it shows me how superficial women are.
Yes.
Because they will pick. Look, and I know personally, people that I know, females that I know. I try to hook them up with friends. Great credit. I mean, top jobs, making a lot of money. But he doesn't dress the way a lot of other men dress because he's corporate. So they say, he's kind of, I don't. But I'm saying to myself, look, you have enough style for both of you.
Yes.
He has the money, you have the style. Tweak him. You could tweak him. Nobody's coming in. If the full package is already there, he's probably not going to go for you.
Yeah.
Or maybe what if he doesn't want to change his clothes?
I hear that too.
Maybe, but
but then still you're gonna give it up. Because
some of them know that they're a little corny.
Okay.
Sometimes you got to get tweaked. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to get put on to certain things. Like, that doesn't go together.
Yeah, I guess so.
They don't really care. But
They
look, we're
don't
going out
care
to
what
eat.
they
Just
putting on.
Put this on. I bought this for you. I want you to put that on. And maybe, you might do it. I mean, but if you have enough style, tweak them.
I think
That's small. That's very minimal. I don't like the way you were dressed. We just wouldn't go together.
Yeah.
What?
We make comments on that all the time as far as like that little thing. Oh my God. Like seriously? A style of dress for me is like It does tell a whole lot, but also it is something that can
What does
be.
it tell? You tell me. I want to know.
Well, definitely not disheveled. That tells way more than we need to know. Disheveled is not it. If you're looking, maybe you wore some like plaid pants that's a little too tight and short or whatever, and you wore some big Balenciagas. Like, if it's not going together, you don't have style.
Yeah, you don't have style.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you don't have character.
It doesn't.
Doesn't mean you're a good father or a good husband or a
No.
good boyfriend or a great provider.
Right. But also, too, I thought, like, some people come to the show and they dress too casual. I'm like, you
They
look
don't know
like you were
any
taking
better.
a walk on the beach. Like, that's probably, you're not.
I mean, that's probably
The
how they really
situational
dress, though.
awareness is off.
But that's probably how they really.
They really don't know any better.
Right,
A lot of people don't know any better.
For those who are watching, okay, please come dressed like we're about to go on a date after. Because if I choose you or you choose me or however that go, we should go out. So yeah, dress the part. I think so. It's a dating show.
What about the girls? The way the girls are dressed.
That too.
The girls dress like they dress a little bit too much. Like you're going too far.
Yeah.
What do you hold on? No.
ahead.
What do you mean by they dress like they're going too far?
Yeah.
What like what?
Some of them dress like they're working on the street.
Okay. I've seen that. I've seen
Okay.
that too.
Like we're about to do a show too called The Point. I know y'all remember The Point.
Oh yeah, the
We're
hookers on
about
point.
to do
What's the point?
Hunts Point.
Hunts
Point?
Point.
Oh, Hunts Point.
We're about to do a Hunts Point show.
Yeah.
So he's saying some of y'all dress like
Yeah, they
you on
dress
Hunts
like that.
Point.
They dress, and I'm saying to myself, you're judging him. Look at the way, or some dress like they're going to the prom.
Yeah. I don't
What are you
understand that.
doing? Like what? But I understand that they might be from Arkansas or Wisconsin, or they might be Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, Wisconsin.
Yeah, they might be. I always get that mixed up. But you never know where they're from. Everybody's not from New York or Chicago or Philly, where we got style, or Cali. Everybody's not from there.
That's true too, but
So if you're from you from a place that all they have is a Belks. I don't know if you know about Belks.
I don't know what
But
Belks is.
you can get fresh at Bells.
It's like
No,
a
if you-
low,
it don't matter. If
low.
you- if
It's like a lower end Macy's.
It is. But
It's
if you
lower
want,
than Macy's.
It is.
Oh,
It's
Jesus.
way
if
lower
that's,
than
if
Macy's.
that's a popular store in your neighborhood or
That's
your
true.
county, what options do you have?
You got Sheen. They can get fresh from Sheen.
Yeah.
But if you
Don't buy Sheen, guys. I don't recommend it. But they can get fresh from Sheen, Fashion Nova Men.
There's a
no,
lot of
don't wear
Boho
fashion.
men.
God shouldn't wear fashion.
No,
Nah,
that shouldn't wear none of
Fashion
that.
Nova Men,
But
no.
what I'm saying is it's a look. They already.
You're probably gonna
it's
wear
already
fashion
up
Nova. I can see you.
Oh, me?
When we get the sponsors and all
This
that, probably
is
wear
Fashion
Fashion
Nova?
Nova. They,
Yeah.
I mean,
I got we got a couple shows. I'm sure Fashion Nova not gonna sponsor me.
You can wear a couple of their runner suits or whatever.
Exactly.
Nah, I'm never, never
Yeah.
over my dead body.
yeah.
You have to bury me in that.
Dang.
No, but seriously, like I'm not judging you based on how you dress. If I don't like the way you dress, and I got enough money to correct that, if you tell a woman, like, you ever thought about, no, I like this.
Well, that's
They
what I was
get
going to say. Judge
offended.
women on how they dress.
They get offended, huh?
I said I would judge women on how they're dressed.
But you're a female.
Yes.
I'm saying,
I think everybody should because, like, how women dress is outwardly their
see,
personality.
are you talking disheveled or are you talking?
No, just period.
They just don't know how to put things together. They just don't know how to put things. Because some
you see the
people
Hunts
just
point
don't.
that you was talking about?
Yeah. Oh well, come on. Of course that.
Yeah.
Of course that. I'm talking about some people. They may not have the money, because sometimes, men, you spend
Oh.
money on clothing, you're gonna get what you pay for. You can't be cheap. Well, I can't be cheap
Mm-hmm.
because I'm tall. So if I go to the Gap or I do matter of fact, I do go to certain
Gap
shirts,
has long.
T-shirts or whatever, but certain jeans, I can't wear Gap jeans because it's not gonna fit me right. It's gonna look weird because I'm tall, and it's just the way they're cut is different. He's a stylist and he knows fashion and all that, so he knows about that.
Yeah.
So he probably can go to Gap and hook me up just like that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, certain stores you go to, some people can't afford certain things.
But not about like how, if it looks cheap, but like you see if they're wearing a certain style of clothing, if they had a little bit more money, they probably would dress similar, but with more pizzazz. That's
Okay.
fine. But I'm talking about like the style that they would wear. The like, okay, is it streetwalker? I don't know.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you're
yeah,
wearing
yeah,
that,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah,
you
yeah,
like
yeah,
to
yeah.
wear.
Right,
That's
right.
what you're gonna be wearing.
Yo, we saw. I'm sorry to cut you off. Remember
Yeah,
that.
you good.
We saw this. Were you here? Or were you here, Paul? Mm-hmm. When that girl walked out, it was a girl in here.
Nah, I was
the girl
here.
in here today. I don't know her.
Baby Paul was in
Yo,
the
she
back.
had her. she had a coat on, but she had a tank top, but this was all
Or
out.
cleavage.
All out. And I said, yo, if that was my girl, man, like, where you going? Where you going? Where you going? It's like, I know it's like about 40-something, 50-something. It's not 80-something.
Yeah.
And even if it was 80-something, what are you doing? We're
Like,
not
who-
on the beach.
who-
If you were on the
who's
beach and that was
attention you trying
happening,
to get, right?
But they don't say I'm single, and so, but I'm like, you're gonna attract a certain genre of men.
exactly,
I don't know.
exactly. And that's what Kevin Samuels used to tell me.
No, that's
Like,
true.
listen,
Facts.
yeah. So I understand what you're saying. You that right there, that's the extreme.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like, you know, some girls, you know, the soul we call them Soho girls. They wear a t-shirt, little bangles,
Yeah.
a white t-shirt, bangles, and some blue jeans and a pair of, you know.
No,
sandals.
you're fine.
That's regular, that's simple.
Yeah. If you want to dress her up, you know, and you choose her, that's fine. I mean, like, and you can do it, that's fine. And I think she'd be probably open to it too. But also to like the girls who are very strong-minded about like showy, that is
Nah, I'm
really,
not with that.
That's how they want to dress. Seriously. I see it all the time. I see it amongst my friends. I'm like, girl, I don't want to wear that with you. I mean, like, I don't want to like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
but
'cause-
I'm not
yeah.
being judgmental to my friends, but I'm just like,
Yeah,
maybe you should wear that one. I don't, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, that one, it looks better. I don't know, because like you'll talk with in girl talk, they're saying like this is the kind of guy that I would like, and I just feel like that's not going to be what you're attracting. And sometimes that conversation is deaf to them because they're
'Cause they
like,
don't know
this
any
is what
better.
they're looking at. But no, I mean also to the guy that they may be attracted to, they may see them communicating with a girl who may be dressed like that. But in actuality, I have a lot of guy friends who say that that's not what they're looking for,
No.
even though.
No.
So I'm like, you're trying to put on, but that's not even really you. So like, chill. There's a lot of confusion, and that's why I think that that's a great
We
conversation.
don't want
too.
our girls or our wives dressing like that. We will have relations with you.
entertain you.
Well, yeah, we'll entertain it and we'll do whatever we want to do with you, but you're not going to be our girl. Not dressed like that or even talking a certain way or, you know what I'm saying? Nah.
I feel like enough of that conversation doesn't happen.
What you mean?
Language.
What you just talked about, yeah. So like you'll entertain them, but then where's the line, or at which point does the line come in that I would entertain the kind of girl that I do want, especially in 35 and younger? That conversation doesn't happen. I don't know.
You know, a lot of people.
They're
think that
different
a
though.
lot
I'm
of
not gonna lie.
girls-
The YNs, what they call them. They call them the YNs.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The YNs are different because they will go, like, especially the ones that got money. They will go get a 45-year-old woman that they was looking at when they were like in elementary school.
Yeah.
And now they're an NFL player. They'll actually wife her up, like have kids with her.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
That's very rare though.
Yeah,
Nah, I mean,
that's
it ain't that rare.
in that
That's
world.
that's
Yeah,
rare.
in that world,
In that
not in the
world.
real world,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
in
that's
that
very
world.
rare.
No,
And then-
it happens a lot.
In the
I
real
mean,
world,
hell,
you
like-
know, dating is crazy.
Yeah, in the real world, it's not.
mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Even me, like, I'm open to dating now too, and the kind of guy that I would like.
Good luck.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know where they are.
I feel bad for women. I'm not even going to because you have so many. Well, I could find a good girl just like that. It's easy to find a good girl. They out there. They may not be dressed the way most of the girls are dressing. So that's the thing you got to weed through. Like, okay, now she's a good girl though. I could tell that her finances ain't right, but she's a good girl. And we will pick a girl up that works in, Cheesecake Factory or whatever. We don't care. Well, I don't care. I don't care about that. It doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? As long as you got potential and you're doing what you do, I don't care if you're a good person. But what I'm saying is, women, you have so many obstacles to deal with. You got guys that might be abusive. You got guys that might be scammers. You got guys that might be
Gay.
undercovers, closets.
Yeah.
You might have a guy that's a pedophile if you got a child already.
Yeah.
You got so many different layers that you got to peel
Right.
back and be like, wow.
He might be
I don't know if I
bad.
want him around my kid. I don't know. And then he did kind of get aggressive, and then he kind of saucy, like the way he was talking. And what's that thing girls do?
Not bad.
What's that? Let's go. What's that? Yeah, because I don't know.
I don't know. It's just getting
What's
zesty.
that?
I just like, whoa.
Yeah,
Chill,
they
relax.
talk back like this,
Zesty.
and I'm like, yo, why are you talking like that? Yeah,
Yeah.
zesty, that's the word. And it's like, yo, why are you talking like that? So women, you got a lot of different layers you got to peel back, like, wow. And then the guy that's fronting like he got money, but he don't have money.
Yeah, but you know what's so crazy? like having a conversation, just like certain things that you can begin having a conversation with. How do you first start talking to somebody? And you could pick up a lot of these things in the first conversation.
A lot of red flags are already there.
Yeah.
You just ignore the red flags.
Because he's cute or he got a nice car.
Right. Because he's dark skinned. Because he's a dark skinned man.
He got nice hair.
You're like, oh.
No. But like, I don't think it's that either. Like for me, and a lot of my friends outside of my friends, I will speak a little bit broadly. I feel like the conversation is going like, hey, how you doing? And they're, responsive. And then I could tell immediately. I just dated this guy, for instance, and he had been asking me for my number for a while. And I was just like, no, because like he lives in the same area where I do. I'm like, I'm going to see you. We see each other quite often. There's not a need for that. Then finally, one day, I was doing laundry.
You caved.
No. Well, yeah, sort of. We was doing laundry. He was doing laundry too, and we just was talking. And he was like, at the end of the conversation, can I have my number? Can we exchange numbers? And I said, okay, cool. Exchange numbers. The conversation, it seemed super genuine. I asked good questions there, and all right, cool. He said the next day, let's go on a date. We went on a date. The date was cool, and then I asked him if he lives alone. He said he lives alone, and he does not live alone.
I was about to say this. Was about to say
yeah, I'm like, okay. I don't understand the point for lying because like eventually you're gonna find out.
Right.
But also to.
Hold on. Did he live alone? Like he has roommates, or he had like a woman?
No, he lives with mom.
Oh.
Okay. So what? He lives alone. But
no, she's saying that he lied about that.
He does not live alone.
He could have just said, I'll stay with my mom. Yeah.
Okay.
But he didn't say that. He said, I live alone.
Really, that's
it's not a big deal, but like I asked you straightforward, you should say so. And then also to hear, I already said I'm looking to the good question where I feel like a lot of girls want to move forward and act like they don't hear. What are you pretending not to know? My question is, what are you looking for? And he's just like, let's vibe and chill. We'll figure it out.
That's the flag.
Yeah,
no.
trying to relationship.
Right, yeah, no. See, and that's the thing. A lot of women hear something different or like, all right, cool, we just vibing for now.
Right.
No, nobody fumbles what they want. Nobody wants to play around with what they want. If you want to, you think so?
No.
Oh, you say it right? Oh,
right.
yeah.
He knew what he was trying to do.
I'm like, you want to be, I'm seeking platonic relationships if that's what you are willing to be. Yeah. But outside of that, I would like to be in a relationship. Like, that's not,
yeah.
So I mean, like, for him, and he's just like, no, but I like you. And I'm like, you could like me all day long. But that's not I'm not hearing that.
Yeah.
What's crazy is that a lot of people don't. Like, you could say something and they don't listen to it. You actually listen to what was said. He told you exactly what it was.
Right.
Like, I'm
I
trying to chill.
Clearly.
I'm trying to vibe.
I'm just trying to
chill.
Right. I thank you for being honest.
He could have said, I'm looking for a wife sooner or later. Like, that's a different approach. But if you say, I'm trying to chill, I'm trying to vibe, you know what it is. He told you.
You trying to keep it loosey goosey, man.
I finished the conversation. You said you're not. He doesn't want. He said I don't want to have kids outside of the relation. No, he has a kid.
Right.
I don't want to have any kids outside of my previous baby mother.
So that's the end.
Okay.
So he's not having no more kids
to talk about.
Yeah, but you're open to having more kids. I'm confused because you're trying to confuse me.
So he's trying to have more open to having more kids with her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
No matter who he's dating. No,
why are we on this date?
Yeah.
That's the
but
thing.
I tell a lot of girls.
But sometimes that becomes a challenge. Where like some women will be like, you know what? I know that what he's saying ain't really what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you're lying to themselves.
I'm gonna flip this out.
Yeah. I tell women, I say I tell anybody, period, anybody. I talk to a lot of people every day. If you talk to a person long enough, you will see a lie come out their mouth.
Yeah.
You will see good and bad come out their mouth, and then you could judge it from there. Mm-hmm. But you gotta pay attention and talk to them. Keep on asking questions. Mm-hmm. And the thing that they said prior, maybe like 20 minutes ago, they're gonna contradict that right now.
Right.
So you constantly ask that person that guy questions and questions and questions. Either he's gonna get frustrated and be like, yo, I'm out. Or he's gonna keep on talking and dig a hole.
Talk himself out of it.
Yeah. I'm about ready to go.
Ask those questions.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't want to get caught in like the you just going along with the questions, or you feel not interested in this conversation. It's just, I'm done with that.
Oh, you mean you don't ask questions?
No, I do.
Oh, you have
I'm very
to.
direct.
Yeah, you have to ask
Yeah.
questions because you're not going to get what you want if you don't ask the questions.
Yeah.
I ask people crazy questions. I'm talking about and I make scenarios. So a friend of mine lost all his money. He was in the music business and very, very successful. And tax situations had with tax, and they took all his money. So his wife started acting funny. So I said, what would you, I asked the girl, I said, what would you do if that happened to you? She said, well, if he's dumb enough to do that, why would I stay with him? So I said, okay. It told me everything. I said, well, you're selfish because there's hills and valleys in life.
Right.
Sometimes you're going to be up and sometimes you're going to be down. But you can climb your way back up, right?
Yeah, you can. And he had the master plan the first time.
Exactly. So listen. We was here once before. We'll be back in a minute. It's just a momentary thing, right? But when she said that, I said, oh.
That would say a lot to me because for me, it's just like I feel like a woman, or me myself. Women in general, they are nurturers. So it's just like, if you give me what your plan is, I'm like, I can help and figure out some other pieces to help make this plan be the plan and turn out. Because like for me, I mean, plan A is plan A.
Yeah.
That's it. Plan B, you just can't. You shouldn't make space for plan
Yo,
B.
I believe that. Yo, that's dope.
Yeah, for real.
That's really cool because there's no plan B. When you say plan B, you dismiss the plan A.
That's it.
Talk to him.
There's no plan B.
Yeah. So I mean, if he lost everything there, and that was his passion and drive,
Right.
we're gonna find a way to get this
Yeah, he could
going
have
back
bounced back.
again. So
He could have bounced back,
he's gonna
but
be all right.
It's just weird, and I'm trying to figure out like because when I was younger, I never even heard this. I never even heard the term like bringing stuff to the table and you got to make 100 or 300,000 and all that. I never heard that.
Right.
It's just like the past 7 years, 8 years,
I don't know
7
how long
years.
it's been, but yeah.
It's just started getting bigger and bigger that you have to make a certain amount of money. I mean, don't get me wrong. People want a provider. Women want a provider. They want somebody that's gonna hold it down or whatever. But I've never heard it as much as I hear it now. It's a big thing.
That popular conversation is crazy. Honestly, I like doing what I like to do, and I feel like everything that I've ever put my focus on and gave it 110%, money always attracts to it. So my focus is never the money. It's what I love doing, and then it just happens to be that money will follow
They will come.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
build the
exactly.
plane and fly it. Sometimes you can build it at the same time a little bit, and then hopefully you hire some really good interior designers and everything at the same time. They're part of your team that can help build it fast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I mean, it's all revolves around colorism, finances, people, how people think. It's all the same. I mean,
Money revolves around colorism?
everything. Yeah. For some reason, when you go to corporate offices, well, I go to a lot of corporate. I don't see too many dark-skinned women at the front desk greeting execs that come in to do business.
Okay.
Why is that?
I think that they're
Why
not
did
going
Joy
for
Reid
it.
just get fired from MSNBC?
Because her ratings dropped 47%.
No, the whole network's ratings were dropping.
Yeah, but her show,
Joe
specifically also.
Scarborough, Morning Joe, his ratings were worse than hers.
Well, we're going to get them out of here too then.
I don't know. I had a bit of an opinion when we're this whole conversation about DEI, rollback DEI, and all of these things. I've never been one I don't think that I've benefited from DEI in my generation.
You haven't.
Or affirmative action. So I feel like
Roll it back.
it's about skills. If you have it, those people go network and build your skills. So I've never really I've only had a racist thing happen to me one time in my life while I was in Colorado. And that was blatant. But outside of that, even if I felt like there might have been like a microaggression about something,
Right.
I'm going to show you something.
Yeah.
And then like, what are you really going to be able to say?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
I don't look for it. I don't look for it. Like I said before, If you look for it, you're gonna find it.
Yeah.
If a person's racist, I'm oblivious. I'm not paying attention to none of that. Unless you say, "Hey, I don't pay attention to that."
Yeah.
I feel like you said, D, I don't care about that. I focus. I do what I gotta do. If the only person that can hold you back is yourself,
Fact.
no matter what color you are, what shade you are, the only person that can hold you back is yourself. There's no boogeyman that's gonna hold you back, and a white man's gonna do this and all that. They're out there. That they might try to hinder your growth to some degree. They might not give you the loan with the best interest rate, but that's an individual thing. That particular bank or that particular person in that bank is doing that. The bank is not racist. The individual is racist. So I don't think the man is trying to get me, because at the end of the day, once you exceed a certain level of money or success, somebody that could be white or Indian or Asian is going to be like, listen, we want to be a part of that.
And it's been done before a lot in history. Like, people have always broken glass ceilings, so it's always going to be something. I think that there was something I was just thinking about. I lost my train of thought for a moment.
DEI?
It was about DEI, but the quote where they say there's a million ways to skin a cat.
Yes.
There is a million ways to skin a cat, and that has nothing to do with color.
No.
I'm not skinning a black cat, a white cat, a multicolored cat. I don't give a damn.
That's true. But that's what holds people back. That's what holds people back. They think, well, why should I even try? Man, I'm dark skinned. Ain't nobody gonna.
It's true.
Yeah,
because I'm black.
Yeah, because I'm black. Because I'm black. And, it's stupid. I think the whole idea of that is just dumb.
I think it's just when people are not breaking into certain industries, if without representation, that's why you might see that, there's not a dark-skinned woman at a corporate office greeting people, but they're not going for that job. If somebody wants to go for it, go for it.
She's probably working in the corporate office.
Yeah, she's running that meeting.
Possibly. But you know what I say? I don't complain about nothing. You'll never catch me complaining, ever, ever. You met me today, you'll see that I will never complain. If I don't like something, I do something about it. Because you're complaining that there's not enough white people on TV. We have Tyler Perry, but we don't support Tyler Perry the way we should support Tyler Perry. Regardless if you don't like his films or the way he makes films, you should support him because he's hiring a lot of black people, multicultural people he's hiring. But what I'm saying is, you're saying, they're not giving us, they're paying Amy Schumer. They're paying her more money than me. They have the right. That's their company. They can do what they want to do. Build your own company. Do like Kevin Hart and build your own company and do what you have to do.
Or make some noise like Taraji.
Yeah.
Say what it is.
Taraji, I don't agree with what she
Really? Why?
Yeah, because the reason why is Taraji, I said this before, that.
Yeah.
I said
we had a whole
Taraji,
show
if I was Taraji's manager,
Yeah.
if I was Taraji's manager, I'd be like, shh, chill. Don't say nothing. Put your money where your mouth is. I got like 300,000. You know what I'm saying? I'll put the money up. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get some venture capitalists. I know a couple of brokers. We're gonna put some money together. We're gonna do a pilot. Matter of fact, we're gonna shoot a few shows, and you're gonna be the star of the show, and we're gonna shop it around. And then when it's successful, I mean super successful, then they're gonna be like, oh yeah, we want to be a part of Taraji train.
That's a fact too.
But you don't beg people, pay me more. They're gonna pay you what they think you're worth.
Right.
And if you don't show them that you're worth something, they're not gonna give you anything. I don't expect anybody to give me anything. I'm gonna show you what I'm worth, and then we could speak about maybe doing business together. But she's asking them, telling them, they didn't pay me enough, and they didn't do this, and they didn't do that. Stop complaining. If you believe in yourself that much that you could ask them to pay you more, then believe in yourself and put your money up.
Okay. I mean, I feel like she definitely did show what her worth was, especially with Empire and all of these things.
And somebody else's show?
That's true. She should definitely, if you can't afford it with you and your own management, but maybe, team up with other people. I think there'll be a lot of people on Taraji's team who would love
Taraji is the ghetto representation of every little black ghetto girl in the hood wants to be Taraji.
Yeah.
She had a TV show. Yeah. They will run.
I would, shoot.
She could have did an animated show. She could have did an animated show. She could have did so much stuff.
She's it. But I'm not saying I don't know her personally, but from what I see, I would have did that. I would have said, yo, chill. Don't say nothing. Show action.
Right.
Then maybe her team that's around her is not saying.
She even said her
true.
team is she said something about her team is,
Fire him. Get a new one. Get a new team.
yo, you got to put your money up. You got to put your money up. That's just across the board. You got to put your money up.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
look, what's name is very successful. Who's murder? Showed them how to murder.
How to Get Away with Murder. Oh,
Viola Davis.
Yes.
Viola Davis.
Yeah.
She gets discriminated. You know, She
Yeah.
doesn't get parts that she should get, but she's way more successful than Taraji.
That's so
She has some
interesting because
huge
she's
parts,
after Taraji too.
Yeah, but she's way more successful and she's a better actress.
She has some huge parts.
Taraji's a good actress,
She's great.
but she's a great actress.
Viola Davis is true.
She is-
Viola
she's
is a
fire.
great actress. And, you know, I mean, she did what she had to do. I mean, a lot of people, I hate people that, you got brothers and sisters? Mm-hmm. You ever got something and your brother and sister say, well, what, you ain't get me that?
Oh, come on. Because it's not for you.
My point. That's my point. Why are you begging somebody for something don't beg.
Yeah.
Don't complain about something.
What's for me is for me. What's for
Yeah.
you can't miss you.
And we're about to get out of here, but again, hit them with your social media. Give them your social media and tell them about the show you got coming out.
Well, my social media is I Speak Balance on Instagram, and it's I Speak Balance across the board on all platforms. You can also follow my new Instagram page for the podcast, and that is Ungroup Your Thinking. Yeah.
And that's the price of fame.
When we talk about
Fashion, art, music,
and entertainment.
out.
One.
Yeah.